Hey, family, it's your boy Cutting to the. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. If y'all ain't watched that late night confessionals, I suggest you to watch that. We appreciate your support on this journey. Hey, we just kicked off this day one of our vegan transformational contest prep. Even though I ain't getting no show in progress, this is gonna be my first time doing a whole transformational, really a prep. As far as the 8 weeks, that's why I ain't trying to kick it off too long, just to see what's gonna happen. And it's just straight vegan. I'm pretty much eliminating all kind of processed foods if I can. Sticking to my nutritional plan, stuff like that. And then we just getting ready to get geared up towards the release of the ebooks and this 30-day weight loss challenge by the cutting season. So we just trying to kick it up a notch, stay healthy, stay motivated, stay inspired, fit. We trying to do what we can, man. I'm gonna share my video real quick or share my screen. I want y'all to see this 100-year-old World War II veteran, Lester Wright, man. I had this video probably over a year or two. I remember watching it doing this race, and it did 100 meter race. And it was at the pin relays and stuff like that. Just show y'all that it don't matter what age you is, man. I done trained all kind of people throughout the years, different ailments, different handicaps, having heart attacks. A lady I had trained before, she had 2 heart attacks. She never touched a weight, never lifted anything to the age of maybe 60. And that lady is a beast right now. I think she ended up getting, and we all get addicted to it, the feeling, the health benefits is when you start loving what you do, loving the sport. And I think she owned a gym now in New York, but amazing physique. Yeah, I think she in her 30s, stuff like that. But that's just one person, man, who I done trained. I done trained many over the years, from Olympic, power lifter, strength, fitness, football, basketball, track, you name it. Like I said, this 25 plus years of experience in this field, as far as being in the bodybuilding scene, behind the scenes in the fitness industry, as far as supplements, nutrition, guidance and stuff like that. Y'all know I'm gonna do acting on the side. And it used to be better, man. I do a lot of movies, TV shows, stuff like that. A lot of bodybuilders who trying to transition into acting and stuff like that. I used to talk to them, tell them how meals go on set, because that's a whole different ball game as far as eating, stuff like that. But I'm probably gonna put a lot of that stuff in my books or my ebooks, which is be a little faster way to get out all the information out, man. So, like I said, I done wrote 2 books, man. I just ain't never released them, time and stuff like that, work life. Now I got my newborn. But these ebooks, I'm gonna have different fields. I got my plant-based option stuff ready. I got my meal prep 6+ months. I got a lot of fitness programs and stuff like that. So me and my team, we're ready to go ahead and get this stuff started. Just finalizing some other projects. But we also know there's a lot of other people, man, who want to get healthier, they want to get fit, but they get reach these sticking points, as we call them. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to navigate when they feel like they're at a sticking point. As far as you've been working hard, you've been thinking you're staying consistent for a week, 2 weeks, but you're not seeing the results that you want to see just yet. And I just tell people, you got to just be patient. You can't outrace years of mistreating your body. Everybody goes through a different phase, but as far as anything, I just say first thing you need to do is start with your mental aspect of it. Get your mental in check first. Start giving yourself positive affirmations. I do affirmations myself daily, and most people do. If you see them in the gym, you might think bodybuilders are thinking they're crazy, talking to themselves, hyping themselves up, but they are actually giving themselves a positive affirmation that they can do it. They can push past whatever obstacles, struggles they had to. Working out is not just a physical boost, but it's also a mental check, man. It's something, a balance in your body. It's something to help you keep pushing forward. It's not about looking good. That's just a bonus that comes with it, but it's a way to release negative energy. Like I told my wife when I first met her, hey, just what I do, I'm gonna do this until I can't do it no longer, because this is my outlet. I've seen a lot of dangerous and damaging things in life, from overseas to being raised, pretty much in the project, stuff like that. How I was raised, a livelihood coming up. And I don't have no physical issues outside as far as PTSD and stuff like that, which a lot of people that I know do. But my things used to be when I sleep. I used to go through different episodes and stuff like that when I slept. But As far as on the outside, everything else was functioning properly because I had my outlet, stuff like that. And I'm a man of faith. My belief is the only reason I'm here. I done told many stories before. And like I said, I'm going to have that probably in some of my books. I'm going to release, but I'm going to release it in ebook form. That can be produced sometimes this year. It won't be on the first with the rest of my ebooks, but it will be coming out now. I'll probably announce that soon as far as some of the struggles and challenges I don't face. And I tell everybody in life, man, you can probably write your own story or your own book with the challenges and stuff you face. Like I said, nothing on the earth is new to man. We all have similar struggles, similar issues, because we are just one race. I know a lot of people try to put racism and discrimination against people for sexual, gender, color, age, race, stuff like that. But that's all your opinion-based facts that you made it your reality. And I don't operate that way. I actually call a rebel. I see things a little bit differently. Some people like it, some people don't like it. But I don't believe in racism on my part, even though I done been a victim, as they say, of some just because my skin tone, I was black and stuff like that. And I came from South Carolina, Columbia, man. If y'all don't know anything about that, it was predominantly a racial state, but I do when I was younger, that kind of changed, especially you going to law enforcement, you got to get along with everybody. But even though I seen it going around, I still never let it affect how my outlook on life. I'll tell y'all a quick story. When they're growing up, one of my best friends, and we was younger, and I put this in one of my books, and I go into the whole story, but just give you a little summary. One of my best friends, I might have been in middle school, was a young white girl. We played together, everything else. I knew her parents, go to her house, stuff like that. Long story short, I think her older sister got in a fight with probably one of my sisters, stuff like that. And it was, I don't know why, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I was either in middle school, I think I was in middle school and stuff like that. But needless to say, all of us got sentenced to community service. We, go to court, stuff like that. And I think they said lynching or whatever the case may be. And it was a one-on-one little scramble, and it ain't last long, stuff like that. But they accused all of us, and me and my siblings and my sisters, even my everything was my older sister and my second oldest sister, all of us end up doing community service for something that we had no part on. And I thought, and that was just a little glimpse. I thought my friend, who was my best friend, and her parents, they know us, it's like we stayed a couple houses down, stuff like that, was going to stick up for you. But it was a whole different ball game. And that was just but they still didn't, it hurt for a little while, I guess, at that age, but it still didn't change my outlook. Like I ain't look at white people differently because it was just one of those things that just shed light to different things. The girl who was my friend, what can she do? We both kids, stuff like that. You can say whatever the case may be, but your parents are the ones who making the ultimate decision to keep pushing forward or whatever the case. I don't know their motivations. I ain't know why they did it, even though they knew us. But needless to say, that ended up ruining our friendship. I don't even remember her name now. But I never forget the situation and what happened to it, because it was all summer long we had to go through that situation. And I don't know how it affected my siblings and stuff like that as far as my older sisters, but we love people. We wasn't raised like that. Be friends to everybody. I don't think it's just not in our genetics. We are loving people, period. But if y'all know anything about my beliefs, I still believe that we are one human race. All of us, you don't name, and I go in a deeper in depth about that on a different channel. It's called Unscripted. But as far as if you trace your DNA, it don't matter what color you is, we all originated from one place, one location, and one specific race or color, as you say. But that's on a different thing, man. Today we just want to stay motivated, and I would just want to share some positive light, man, on the things we got, just updates as far as fitness and health. And like I said, my ebooks releases weight loss challenge. But let's take a look at this veteran Lester Wright, man, as he compete this 100-meter race, just to help y'all get motivation. If you're feeling stuck, you feel like you're struggling. If somebody 100 years old and his life I know was rough, then if he can do it, I know you can. But check this out, and then we're going to continue.
Viral. It was all over the internet. got over 1 million views on the internet. So we might see something even special, because these guys are over 75. The race after it, you guys see the outside line. He's taking his time. Okay, we're taking advantage of the. Here we go. Heat 1. And we're off here. Again, 100 meters at the Penn Relays. This is going to be something exciting. Lester Wright, senior from Shore Athletic Club. He's in lane 8. This is our full start list. We got Bruce Gilbert, who's 86, Cornish, 82, Bush, 85, Durkin, 84, Williamson, 84, Hawker, 84, Jones, 85, Lester Wright, 100 years young, and Vance Gaslinger, 92 years old. 100. Lane 8. Shore Athletic Club. Spiked up, psyched up. I don't know if he's actually had spikes on, but let's go. 100-year-old and a 92-year-old on the outside lanes. This is going to be something special. Who do you got here? Will those 8 years make a difference in the 100 meters? 92 versus 100? I mean, one is wearing a singlet and the other is wearing a t-shirt. I don't want to talk about kids. Look good, feel good though. It sure seems like our 100-year-old athlete, Mr. Wright, is taking this thing seriously. The crowd is going nuts for him. They just announced his age in the crowd. I don't think anyone else can have their age announced and a wild crowd of 10,000 people just cheer for it. This is going to be exciting. Keep all eyes on lane 8, getting in the blocks and all. 17:33.
All right, now y'all see I put that video in there, and all these gentlemen right here. I think the first race was 75 and older, and right here is 80 and up. And I guess that's the last ones they have. But as you can see, man, Lester Wright was 100 years old. He wasn't last, but still, any of these guys right here, 80 plus and up, you still running 100 meters. Some of these young kids these days can't even run that. So I give them all the props. This is definitely motivation right here. If just think, hip replacement, knee replacements, you name it, they done been through it all. Lester Wright is 100 years old out there still running 100 meters. So imagine, he trained for this race. He's doing everything he got to do. Just be out getting out of bed, lucky at 100 years old, and in good health. And now I think this was 10 years. So he probably 101 now. Hey, just enjoying it. So if this ain't motivation for you, this ain't a tip for you to go ahead and get started, start investing in your health, start investing in your longevity, man. Whether you're doing natural or not, cardio, longevity, working out, fitness, health, it's all a part of the game. Just stay motivated out there, man. I don't care what you got to do. If you need some help, reach out, get some help. It's all kind of stuff out there online. You got to be sometimes picky because some things say one thing, but I mean, it's all opinions at the end of the day, unless once you start going to the scientific evidence and stuff like that. But even with that, you are unique. So your training plans, your workout plans, meal plans, everything else has to be designed for you. So you got to do what's best for you, because nobody's you. I mean, your ailments, you might have a left knee injury, you might have a right shoulder injury, stuff like that. So you got to use alternates in whatever you're doing. But regardless of that, stay consistent, stay fit, stay doing something. I don't care if it's walking 20 minutes a day. If you got high blood pressure and stuff like that. Now, scientifically, anything 15 minutes of walking a day to 30 minutes can drop your blood pressure 0.2 degree. So, I mean, just 0.2 of your blood pressure is dropping is significant. And that's just getting started just with that. So you want to get off medication. You want to do this and that, because medication, especially in the US, is not curing the reason why you got whatever ailments and stuff like that. It's just helping the symptoms. Our job is to help cure whatever illnesses and stuff we can, if it's possible. So that's why I'm doing a holistic healing and health and getting more educated about that daily, man, because other countries, they don't do that. They don't do all these medicines and stuff like that, and it's been working for them for centuries and centuries and centuries, and they don't have anything holistic. It doesn't have really side effects unless you are allergic to stuff like that, to that plant or whatever the case may be. But statistically, if you're doing the holistic side stuff, it's not no side effects. especially when it comes to regular medication. Y'all already know how I feel about that. I barely take it unless I necessarily have to. I haven't taken medicine in years, man, but I rarely get sick and stuff like that. And even with that, my health, my diet and stuff like that sometimes go all over the place. You want to enjoy, have these cheats and stuff like that. And that was before I went vegan, of course. But even with that, man, we think we're healthy to a certain extent. But genetics and everything else does have a big part to play, because sometimes we genetically exposed to some things that's out of our control, but we can only control what's in our control. So I just say with that, man, just research yourself. If you got some things you're trying to treat, some other ailments you're trying to work on and stuff like that, man, just always reach out to me. You can always comment on the video, stuff like that, send a question. Generally, I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of research data and stuff like that. So even if you get experiencing something, just shoot me a private message, something like that. I answer your question. And it could be something that's holistic made as far as herbal and plants and stuff like that could help you out. And what does it hurt to try? That's my main thing. When it comes to your life longevity and your health, it's nothing that you shouldn't try if it's naturally or it's not going to hurt you or your family and stuff like that. If it's only going to benefit you, I tell you, you got to try whatever the case. I don't care what kind of diet it is, what kind of meal plan, meal prep company, supplements, whatever the case may be. You need to try whatever you can if it's investing in your health. And do it safely and wisely. If you need help, reach out and get it, man. That's our problem right now. We don't try to get the help we can until it's too late, until the doctor say, hey, you need to exercise, you need to do this and do that. We trying to prevent those doctor bills. And I know a lot of nurses and doctors, like I said, my wife is a doctor, but I know plenty of people there. That's their job. It's what they do. They have to make a living, but I think it's for the long haul. We can always need the medical field. Y'all know how I feel about my medical field. I love my nurses, my doctors. I love everybody who's in this field. So with that, man, we just want to do what we can because it's all about longevity. We're now not in this for the short term. It's all about our families. It's all about helping each other out on this journey, man. So if y'all got any thoughts, man, like I said, late night confessionals, I talked about a whole lot of stuff as far as law enforcement, stuff like that. And I just got a letter from settlement when I was talking about in that video from a company that I used to be managing and stuff like that for. And I probably do that whole nother video about that. I go over the details of that settlement amount, and you'll be amazed or shocked. Because by the time it went to trial, you got to think you do a big settlement like that or a class action lawsuit, it takes years. They go through they take you around the ringer and stuff like that. Meanwhile, the employees are on the ones suffering. But like I said, that's a whole different ball game, and I might talk about that on this one, or I might just put that on a scripted podcast. So, when you presenting facts and stuff like that, sometimes YouTube they'll censor you, and I don't want to be demonetized or lose my channel just because I'm stating facts, even though I got the evidence right here to prove it. I got my name on the letters and all this and that, and I got factual evidence. But sometimes, now it's a sad world that they do censor you a lot for speaking about certain things and topics and stuff like that. No matter your expertise, they always say leave it to the experts. But if your experts is in there, then what? That's a different ball game. But y'all stay safe, stay fit, stay motivated. Hey, it's your boy Cutting This Fit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Hey, this is another episode. Check in with Coach Travis, man. Y'all stay ready. Let's go.
It's time for a change. Are you ready to lose weight, make money, and stay motivated? But that time is now. How it works is, you put $50 in the pot. You lose 4% of your body weight in the next 30 days. You get to split the money in the pot. It's that simple. If not, better luck next month. Check out my group at cuttingseason.com and let's invest in our health, our time,